Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be making a trellis for the tomatoes, and not just any trellis. I'm getting this trellis idea from Steven at Nature's Always Right YouTube channel. I'm going to be building it just like he said, but with a little twist. I think I can do it on a budget. I'm trying to keep the cost of this garden to an absolute minimum. You saw in the converting the lawn to a garden video, I was using leftover PVC and just kind of rigging something up. I will also be putting a cost breakdown for this whole project at the end of the video. So I'm just going to watch his video now and see if I can pick up a few things and see exactly how to do it.
About 18 inches apart once they're on the line. Now we're building the 2x4 stakes, and I just wanted to show how I'm building them. So as you can see, it's identical. And the tomatoes will basically be about 18 inches apart. I'm just waiting for my clamps to come in the mail. I got some clamps that are, you're able to remove them and unscrew them. So what we'll do is just tie this around here and clamp it, something like that. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out and works and make adjustments for the next season. And then these are the tomahooks. The tomatoes will be on these, we'll grow up these strings. These are the hooks that will unravel.
In the video, it mentions this tomahawk. And if you click the link that he provided, it's a packet of 100. Now, I'm not looking to really do 100 plants, and I probably won't be in the future. So I think I can make this. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's keep watching.
Just a couple of screws to hold it, and then just simply tied into the ground.
All right, well, I think I've seen enough. Now off to the supply store. All right, so I made a template, scrap piece of wood, just used some spare screws I had laying around. Just went to the website. I looked and said it was 8.6 inches long. Just kind of sketched it up by hand. So we'll see how it turns out. I think that turned out pretty well. Need to straighten it out a little bit. Shouldn't be an issue. And there's my rendition. And there's the website's rendition. I might actually spray paint this because it is solid steel, just to get some protection for it so it'll last a little bit longer. But just that one rod cost me $3, and I think I can make another one of these. And I don't really know if it needs to be 8 inches long, but I mean, I already have the template. So I have, a scrap piece right here basically. So I'm just going to go ahead and bend one side and then just turn it around and bend it on the other side to see if I can make use of this. Because as it stands, I only had 4 of them with the two rods that I got. All right, that worked out pretty good. I'd say they're almost identical. Just got to straighten this one out. But they're almost the same size, so that worked out pretty good. So each rod cost me about $3, so $1 per, and then the string, which is not that much. So there we go. There's two different types of tomato plants. One is a determinate tomato and one is an indeterminate. Now, a determinate tomato plant grows to a pretty much a set height. It's a bush. Now, an indeterminate means there's no limit to how high it can grow. It's indeterminate how high it can grow. So that was a lot harder than it looked. Luckily, it cooperated. I'm just gonna have to cut off the top where it cracked. Well, that one went in much easier. They're not perfectly straight, they're not perfectly level, but I don't really care. It's not holding up a building or anything like that. So I've watched enough home improvement videos to know that 2x4s by themselves are pretty flimsy. They allow for side to side lateral movement, but if you butt one up against it, like so, it increases the strength tremendously and doesn't allow any movement or bowing. Awesome, I can tell right when I screw that in, it's instantly stronger. So this is how I stapled the top wire. It's a poultry net staples. I just hammered them in there. This actually pulled tension quite a bit. So here's my first run. You see here. Actually, that one's a little more saggy, and I was short a couple feet here. It's kind of a bummer. See, I was short. Can't quite reach to the rebar, so I'm just gonna bind it up right there. And that's how I got it done. And this actually, I think, made it tighter. Everything's pretty straight there, no real sag. I guess we'll see, but it's all adjustable.
So the total cost for everything is right here on the screen. It looks like before tax, it came out to be $58.46, which is, I feel like it's pretty good. I was definitely aiming to spend less than $100. One thing to note is these tomahawks. Sorry, I keep messing that up. Just 2 rods, which gave me 6 hooks, were $6.60. So that's $1 a piece. And then if you look at Steven's link that he provides, they're a pack of 360 for $81.95. And that comes out to 22 cents a piece. That is insanely cheap. There's no way I can keep up with that. But the cost of 360 were $81.95. And that's more than I spent on all of the items needed to build this together. I was looking to spend less than $100. And if I would have spent $81.95 on 360 of these, I would have been well over $100. So you can say the cost is a lot more for my hooks. But I spent way less overall. And I'm happy with that. But, you know, Steven at Nature's Always White, he's the best. He knows what he's doing. He's the best. I'm learning from him every single video, and please check out his channel.